Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Let my people go.
Peace. Yo, this is Tebby Zalango. Shalom. I'm from Decatur, Illinois. I want to give a shout out to Ruach Records. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yahudah. You know what I'm saying? Making things happen. And it's all about, you know what I'm saying? That getting free your mind. It starts there.
Let my people go. Hey, yo, obey the voice of Yah. Dedicate, separate, be set apart. The sky like a sea, see all the stars. And if you count them, then you know just who we are. The past and the future of the presence and the essence. Your past and your future intertwined with the present. It's not the messenger, it's the message. Learn the lesson. Make sure you don't miscount while you're counting all your blessings. Be holy, yeah, we holy, cause Yah holy. Never turn to idols to serve, homie. Serve Yah only. Step before the sun. Don't testify on me. Don't steal, don't deceive. Please don't lie on me. Look my father in his eyes, told him don't die on me. Don't cry on me. Nobody really died, homie. When I was young, they said my soul never ever die, homie. We just transitioned to the ancestors in the sky, homie. Don't defraud, don't rob, cause life really hard. Don't be hard, be smart. Die as men, live as gods. Like the sand of the sea, number all of the stars. David was a man of Yah, moreover had his heart. It's just blessing. It's an increase or a blessing. To be less is a blessing. I got a couple questions, and it really got me stressing. Every struggle is a session. Every section need protection. You know how that go. Our people under curses. Some don't know, so I put it in my verses. More chapters, no verses. Y'all convert, why convert? Hurt people do the hurt. Search your soul, soul searching. Serve my people in a sermon. I don't really need no churches. I spit it for the people. They say nothing, they say worthless. And you worthy, so it's worth it. Serve my purpose on purpose. Serve the earth hitting surface. Very true, but it's surface. A double entendre, double life, get you double cut. Double edged Torah blade, get in the way, cut them up. When the spirit get convicted, they be like, shut them up. Many fear it, don't come near it. In and out, double dutch, fight or flight, get real. You might get bubble dust. Double blessed, cup run up over. Yeah, I'm double up. Yeah, I'm doubled up. Praise Yah. Yah. Oh. Yah. Oh. Yah. Oh. Yah. Quan. Come. Quan. Come. Quan. Come. Quan. Come. Shalom. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When you hurt and I'm hurt too. Yah is the one I send this verse to. Protect the women of virtue. Y'all said he gon' bless whoever blessed for a circle. He gon' hurt whoever hurt you. At the same time, he gon' curse whoever cursed you. Have to sing a song, peace to the people. They pushing dope diluted straight through the needles. I can't lie, the lifestyle we live evil. Smoking mirrors can't see them, but they can see you. It's like the people wanna be you till they be you. And you black and the police wanna beat you. I've been hurt too. I gotta testify. When they hurt you, they hurt the apple of his eye. The world we live in, how profitable to sell a lie. Why in court they swear on the Bible and tell a lie. I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. When I say you hurt, you say we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. You hurt, we hurt. Shalom. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. It's your boy Yahudah. And I'm back with another episode of Word of Mouth. Come. I want to give a special shout out to the Most High Yah. Praise Yah. For being able to speak to you guys and for you guys to be able to hear. I appreciate that. I want to thank all the viewers, listeners, and supporters. Shalom to you all. Much love, respect. In the midst of your coming and going, I appreciate you. If you're watching it right now, if you already saw it, or if you're going to see it in the future, I appreciate you. This is another episode of Word of Mouth. Be holy. Come. But I want to, before I go there, I want to give you guys some information. I got a lot of music that I do for the Most High, spiritual music, set apart music, that I'm going to be putting forth a lot of visuals and things of that nature. So be on the lookout for my music, Ruach Records. I'm gonna have a lot of visuals and a lot of music coming in the near future. Stay tuned for that. Also, I have a lot of videos I'm gonna be coming with, word of mouth. I do streaming as well. I do set apart streaming on Twitch. Set apart streaming on Twitch. Spiritual gameplay. So stay on the lookout for that, guys. Set apart streaming. Also, I want you to be aware of the local company I have here in Illinois. You Hurt, We Hurt. Home base here in Illinois. Coming to a neighborhood near you, doing a lot of community work with the youth, sports, multimedia, tech, instruments, all of those type of things, guys. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for that as well. You Hurt, We Hurt. This is another episode of Word of Mouth. Be ye holy. Live righteously. What's the key word to righteous? Live right. A lot of people say you're born with the instincts to know what's right and what's wrong. Now, on certain levels, you will know what's right and wrong. But as you grow, you're going to want to get in tune with the Torah, the laws, statutes, and commandments. Come. In order for you to be holy, in order for you to be righteous, you have to have laws. Come. Everything is bound by laws, whether you know it or not. On all levels, things are bound by laws. Being holy
has a lot to do with laws. It has a lot to do with rules, regulations, and ways to go about it. Being holy has nothing to do with what you're going to naturally think that you're going to just naturally do. You're not going to be holy if you just naturally do things. You have to have some type of information about this stuff. I'm not saying that you have to have it from a book. You have to have it for somebody who's informed on this stuff. But I would recommend that you read the Torah. That way nobody can tell you something and you're unsure about it. You'll know for sure because you'll be able to read it yourself. That's the best thing to do that I recommend. Now, I'm not just saying be holy. I'm not just saying be holy. This is the word of Yah. So it's not just me saying, oh, be holy, because I think that's just a good idea, which I do think that's a good idea. But that's not why. It's based upon what the Most High say. I don't say stuff based upon what I think. I say stuff based upon what the Most High want us to do. The reason why I know is because I read. It's an old saying for all the young people. It's an old saying that goes, if you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book because they don't read. Now, that's a funny joke, but it's really not a joke, because a lot of information is hidden in books because we don't read. We're not taught to read, and it's not in the last couple hundred years, we haven't been reading. A couple hundred years ago, they had hurt us from reading. So, reading wasn't in our best. It wasn't in our interest. It was actually dangerous to read hundreds of years ago. And then after years and years of that type of behavior, you're going to hate reading. So as we get back to reading, as we get back to getting this proper information, we start to understand that there are things that we're supposed to do. We have a role here. We got a role here in this place. Be ye holy. Holy means set apart. Holy means separate. It's just like saying you have this sacred room, but then you have other rooms. You got a room where you use the washroom. You got a room where you cook stuff. You got a room where you sleep. But then you have a certain room that's set apart for nothing but holy. You don't do other stuff in here. It'll be like that. And that's for our people. When you look at the people of the world and you pay close attention to them, their behavior, their tendencies, everything like that, right? You start to realize that there are certain people that's special and above everybody else. And I'm not saying it from a standpoint of these people are better than the other people. I'm saying it from a standpoint of statistics, physical ability, mental ability. It's been a series of tests that's been took on all of these things and all these categories. And if you take your time to investigate, you'll realize it's a certain people that's jumping at the charts on every category, above everybody. You don't have to be some type of smart guy. You can just look naturally. These people run faster. These people jump higher. These people can deal with more punishment. These people can deal with more stress. These people can work under harsher conditions and, things of that nature. These people can sing better. These people can cook the best. These people have style and class, creativity. They can articulate themselves well. They can speak well. They're good artists. They get musicians. They learn fast. Things of that nature. This is not just because you're some type of, you know, ego and pride and things of that nature will confuse you and make you think that you're the actual good. Oh, we're gods. Oh, I did all this for myself. Oh, I'm the one that's doing it. Oh, I'm God. Oh, yeah, you are doing it yourself. But you got to understand, you die and you go somewhere. You don't know where you go, but you're going to die. You're going to go somewhere, and someone set all of this up. But yet, you sit here and say, I'm God. Con, you sit here and say, listen, I did everything myself. I paid for that. You got a boss that's going to hire you, and then this is a boss that's going to fire you. You're not in control of nothing. Even in the president of the United States, they can get impeached. You can be on top of the world, you get it took away. Nobody is God. Nobody is the Most High. A lot of people say that. This is why people don't want to obey the scriptures, obey Torah, and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. If you in a gang, you're keeping laws. You keeping rules. If if you're a police officer, you're keeping laws. You keeping rules. If you drive a car, you keeping laws and rules of the road. You don't believe in the scriptures, but you believe in a history book that a white person bought, that some white person wrote, and you believe that. You don't believe in the Bible because you say the Bible is a white man. A white man wrote the Bible. Everybody know white people not ain't no white man wrote no Bible. Ain't no white man smart enough to write no Bible. Everybody know that. This is something that was this is thousands of years ago. And then somebody wrote that. And if a white man wrote that, it's never been a book like it. So why if you can do it once, you can do it twice. All of these lies are going to get dispelled one by one. Because what I'm saying to you guys, basically what I'm saying to you guys is be holy, be righteous, be set apart. We're meant to be a nation of saints and priests. We're not meant to be rappers. We're not meant to be working a 9 to 5 for white people. Every job that we work for is for white people. We don't work for our own people. We don't own nothing in this land. As we work a 9 to 5, the best thing to do is save your money and start in entrepreneurship. If you don't want to start an entrepreneurship, that's cool too. Just don't have your spirit into the country. Don't have your spirit into the company. Just work, go home, and that's it. Don't be going to these company the company parties. Don't be going to work in some type of Christmas sweater. Don't partake into these idol worships. Don't celebrate the holidays. This is how you be holy. Being holy don't mean you celebrate Christmas. You should not celebrate Thanksgiving. If you look like me, you shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. If you look like me, if you have brown skin and you got nappy hair, you shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving because it's a good chance that your people was the people that they slaughtered. I don't know if you looked into it or I don't know if you investigated who you are and your bloodline. But if you are on this side of the world, it's a good chance that you want to. If you look like me, and if you're in America and you look like me, it's a good chance that your ancestors were the people that were slaughtered. Therefore, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, that's disrespecting your own people. It's disrespecting yourself. And when they celebrate Thanksgiving, they laugh at us. They look at us as some type of coons that's disrespecting their own people. They would never do it. Nobody else would do it but us. Of course, everybody else is all in on it because it's not their people that were slaughtered. They don't care about that. So I'm just saying that we was meant to be a nation of saints and priests, people that do righteous things. We are the nation of law keepers. We're not a nation of criminals. Being a criminal come from the Europeans. In America, as far as America goes, being a criminal goes way far back, way before America was even a thing. But what I'm saying is the state that we're living in now, because everything is about America and everything is about where we are right now. So what I'm saying is, as far as where we are right now, Europeans created crime, period. Because when they came here, there wasn't no crime. The crime began when the Europeans got here. So to be a gangbanger is really a way of a European. To be a thief and a murderer and a liar is a way of a European. You guys are following Europeans. You guys are following Caucasians. These are the ones that created crime in America. Because so what I'm saying, so this is what I'm saying. Because of the fact that you follow the Europeans and the Caucasian people, you have become a criminal too. Y'all sent me to give you a message. Refrain from all the idol worship and following all the heathens, the Europeans and the Caucasians, and all the other heathens either. Because you got to think about it. The main heathen that we follow are the Europeans and Caucasians. These are outsiders. We have to teach them how to be holy. Nobody is good if we don't teach them. Everybody bad. The whole world bad if we don't teach them how to be good. This is how you learn how to be good. You must study Torah. You must study the law, statute, and commandments. You know about the 10 commandments. If you don't know about all the other stuff, learn about the 10 commandments and keep going. You know, no one should say that we can't keep the law, statute, and commandments. Excuse me. No one should say that. No one should say that. Because you know why? No one should say that because we keep everything else. If you celebrated 4th of July, I saw a lot. Listen, I saw a lot of y'all with your red, white, and blue on. I saw you. I ain't say nothing. What you wear does not affect me, but it's my job to warn you of these things. Trust me, I got stuff to do. I don't care about all of that stuff like that, really. I come here to speak the words that I'm commanded to speak. See, I really care about you guys, but what I'm saying is I'm not finna be bothering people in the midst of your idol worship. If you want to worship an idol and sacrifice your kids, that's your business. What I'm saying is, y'all told us don't do that. You're going to get punished for all of this stuff. That's out of love because I don't want you to get punished. I don't want to get punished for a lot of stuff. So what do I got to do? Clean up my ways and then tell people and do my work. The title of this video is Be Holy. Because the Most High told us that we are a nation of saints and priests. Right? So let's, I got a lot of receipts. Because you got to think about it like this, guys. You can't just say stuff. You have to prove what you're saying, guys. Now, I said a lot to this point, but everything I said, I'm going to prove. I'm going to back it up with scripture. If you, a lot of our people, we don't even know what we don't know what we believe. We don't know what we study. We don't know what we're into. I would highly suggest that you guys research if you have a belief, research it. Don't just believe something because your grandmother took you to church. Read the scriptures yourself. Listen to what they're saying to you. If you go to church, listen to what the pastor's saying. Read the scriptures and then listen to what the pastor and see if it match. If you're a Muslim, because you got to think about it, guys. If you look like me, there's only one belief for you. You can't look like me and have all these different beliefs. We are the witnesses of the Most High. We're the witnesses because we was there and we the only one that know. We was left all of the law, statutes, commandments. We was left this stuff. So we're in charge of all of the priesthood, the prophethood, being saints and priests. We're in charge of that, guys. The Most High left us in charge. This whole world is under our people. Why? Because we're the one that got taught all the knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High taught us this stuff. Why do you think that they say that the natives are primitive, the people that still live a hunter-gathering lifestyle, they said that these people are primitive, right? But the technology that they have and the way they do things is still light years ahead of everybody. They're more healthy, they live longer, the land is more happy, and the land does more. These guys call themselves farmers now. You guys are not farmers because guess what? It's not yielding. You're not getting anything in harvest. You're farmers, but everything's dying and it's not yielding properly. It's not yielding in abundance because the Most High set that up. That's another story. But what I'm saying is, being holy, it got a lot to do with being separate and being away from all of these wicked people. If I say be holy, you can't be holy around a whole bunch of people that's not holy. If you're a person that want to be holy, if you're a person that want to change your life, if you're a person that want to be obedient to the Most High, if you're a person that care about your spirit and where it goes, because guess what? This life it's not forever. The life on this realm as we live it right now, this is not forever. If you care about what happens after, you're going to want to get a relationship with the Most High. A relationship with your girlfriend or wife is not going to help you in that time of need in the afterlife. That job and career and money that you have is not going to help you in your time of death, in your time of need. Nothing is going to help you but your relationship with the Most High. If you don't believe me, ask your grandparents. If you care about your grandparents, ask your grandparents. Con, you know, young people that's watching me right now, everything is basically in your hands. The keys to everything is in your hands. This message is for you and your betterment. Therefore, you'll know your past. That way you won't fall for the same mistakes in the future. Con, that's why all this stuff is important. We don't want you to fall for the same mistake. Our ancestors, they wasn't living holy. Our ancestors and thousands of years ago wasn't living holy. Our ancestors hundreds of years ago wasn't living holy, and our ancestors 50 years ago wasn't living holy. But guess what? These Europeans and Caucasians is the reason why. When you talk about the rape, rob, the mental, beating people down mentally, beating the holy out of you, we have to learn again. We got beat. We got the holy beat out of us. So now we have to learn again. And you got to go against everything of this world. Everything of this world, you already know. Everything of this world is evil. Everything of this world is wicked. Everything of this world is abominable. It's a thing called OnlyFans. You can basically buy women. You can buy women, but I thought prostitution was illegal. But you can buy women online. You can buy women on OnlyFans. They just said that prostitution was illegal. You can go to Las Vegas, and whatever happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas. Whatever. Guess what though? Whatever happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas unless it's a STD. Now it comes with you. What about that? You know, being holy in a world that's evil is difficult. We become the enemy. If the world is evil, then holy people surely are the enemy. And if they're not the enemy, they're surely not friends. They're not friendly. They're not the one that you call over to hang out. Because guess what? If they come over, if all these abominable people are around, it's going to be a problem. Do you think being holy is legally robbing people because America tell you can do it? You have businesses and you run them like a criminal, and you get away with it because it's illegal. Being holy is not just, oh, I go to church and pray. Being holy is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. You think you could sell drugs and be holy? You think you can pray? You think you can sell a lot of drugs and pray and say thank you, then thank the Most High that you're balling? We was taught by the Europeans and Caucasians Every game banger that's living, every game banger that's in 2026, learn from the Caucasian or European. If you if you're in a gang, I challenge you to research the beginning of your gang. Every gang banger is supposed to be a revolutionary. To be a gang banger is to be a revolutionary because you got to think about it. What are you rebelling against? If you're a rebel, are you rebelling against the Most High or are you rebelling against Satan? It's only two. It's only two ways you can go. It's a whole bunch. Listen, it's two ways you can go. It's a lot of in between, but it's only two ways you can go, guys. It's no, and guess what? You can't play both sides. You can't play both sides. You either righteous or you're unrighteous. Because you can't be a good person if you're if you transgression if you transgress against the laws, you can't be a good person. Because the commandments say don't steal. So how could you be a good person if you stealing? If you take something and somebody's not aware, you can't say it's not a robbery because they gave it to you because they're not even aware what's going on. You can't halfway be good. You have to be holy. Come. And this is stuff that's gonna this is this is not one of those situations where um you can do things half-ass and you can do things and uh not be all into it. And no, the Most High don't deal with that stuff. If you look at the situation of Cain and Abel, the Most High, at he looked at Cain's gift with disrespect. He didn't respect Cain's gift. Abel gave the Most High the best of what he had. Cain gave the Most High like the raggediest, this pathetic gift that he could possibly find. And he thought the Most High would accept it. The Most High don't accept any half-ass gift. Excuse my language. The Most High don't accept it. When you present something to the Most High, it doesn't matter if it's a song. It doesn't matter if it's, you can be like, I'm finna, whatever it is. If it's a deed, if you be like, you know what, I'm finna buckle down and I'm finna get righteous. I'm finna get on my stuff and start living right. Do your best. If you do a song for the Most High, do your best. If you do a video for the Most High, do your best. Always present your best to the Most High because it matter. And if it matter to the Most High, it matter to me. Don't just give don't present anything. Always present your best, no matter what. But it's all of this stuff is part of being holy. I challenge you to reevaluate what holy is. Holy might not be what you guys think. You understand? What you thinking holy is, it might not be that. Now I'm gonna go over a couple of scriptures because I want to bring out these receipts. It's one thing for me to say something, but it's one thing for the scriptures to speak. Everything is basically about the scriptures speaking. It's very little about what I'm saying. Very little. Some people will prefer to hear what I say opposed to the scriptures. And I understand that, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about these scriptures. I'm about these scriptures, guys. So we're gonna get some scriptures in here. Come. We're gonna start off with Leviticus 19 and 2. Leviticus, the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 2. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 2. When you, let me say this for everybody who's tuning in, who came and went, who's here, who has gone, much love and respect to you. This is another episode of Word of Mouth. Be holy. When you watch these videos, if you watch my videos, have your pencil, have your pen, whatever you write with, paper, have your scriptures out. Do not take my word for it. Double check this stuff. It's very important. Come. Let me take a look and make sure everything is good. Come. So we're going to go Leviticus chapter 19, verse 2. Verse 2. Actually, I'm going to go at 1. And Yah spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, Yah, your Allah, am holy. Verse 3. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and ye shall keep my Sabbaths. I am Yah, your Allah. Fear your mother and your father, and keep my Sabbaths. These are things this is how you become holy. If you're not doing that, you're not holy. If you don't fear your mother and your father, that means obey your mother and your father. That means no matter what they do, never disrespect them, never curse them, never talk disrespectful to them. That's what this means. No matter what. If you can't do that, you're not qualified. You have to keep his Sabbaths. The Sabbath is the seventh day. Learn which day is the first day, and then you will know what day the seventh day is. Also, you can keep track of lunar things like the moon. The moon, see, the sun, the moon, and the stars was the purpose of the sun, moon, and the stars is to help you keep track of days, months, and time. So you combine these things to find out what the Sabbath is. If you don't keep the Sabbath, if you don't respect the Sabbath, you're not holy and you're not qualified. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make yourself molten gods. I am Yah your Allah. If you serve idols, you're not qualified. You're not holy. Nobody that serve idols is holy. You're like everybody else. To be holy means to be separate. You're separate from everybody. These are the qualifications of being holy. Just like in verse 2, speak unto the congregation of the children. This is what Yah told Moses. See, Moses had a special task. Moses' task was to get all of the information from Yah, write it down, and present all of that information that Yah told Moses, present all of it to us. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm presenting the information that Yah gave Moses. I'm presenting that to you. And what's that message? Speak unto the congregation of the children of Israel and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, Yah, am holy. Why is he telling us to be holy? Because he holy. He look at us like his child. What do you tell your child? Be good, son. When you go to school, be good. Make sure you learn. Make sure you paying attention to the teacher. Don't be being bad like the other kids. Don't be running with the other kids. When the teacher's talking, pay attention. That's what you're telling your kid. You're not telling your kid to go cut class. You're not telling your kid that. You know who tell your kid that? Classmates. Classmates represent the heathens of the world. You represent Yah in this example. In this example, we are Yah as the parent. Israel is the child. And the heathens is the classmates that's trying to persuade him to be bad. And what do the kids do when you gone? Nothing that you say. They do what the classmates and their friends say. That's what we do. When y'all gone, we didn't do what y'all. We ain't doing what y'all say. We doing what the heathens say do. And who are the heathens? The other nations, the Europeans, the Caucasians, the Africans, the Asians. We're doing what they do. We're eating what they eat. We want to go vacation and do things that they say. They call it these things delicacies. They're calling this stuff luxury. Luxury to who? What's fine? They're telling you what's finer living. What's a fine life? What's finer living? Looking at killing these animals and stuffing them, that's finer living to you. You can sit around in a big old house with all type of animals that got killed and they stuffed up. That's luxury to you. Eating fish eggs. That's a delicacy. Eating abomination, the nastiest stuff on earth. And then you turn around and they rewrite the story and tell you whatever was good, they tell you is bad. Whatever was bad, they tell you that's good. Rewrite history. Come, let's get some more. Let's go. Let's go 20. Let's go Leviticus. Let's stay in Leviticus. Let's go chapter 20, verse 20. Chapter 20, verse 26. Let's try that one. We're gonna stay in Leviticus. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. I go the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go up a little bit. Because it's so much in here, guys. It's so much in here, and I recommend that you read your scripture, guys. I'm giving you little verses here and there, but read your scriptures. You're gonna want to read this stuff, guys. Okay, chapter 20. I'm gonna go 22. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my ordinances and do them. Let me go up to verse 1 so let's get some context. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 1. And Yah spoke to Moses, saying, Moreover, thus shall say to the children of Israel, whosoever be of the children of Israel, of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth of his seed of Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. So, just like right now, we sacrifice our kids to go to the NBA doing bad stuff. We sacrifice them no matter what. Just do it so you can get us some money. We sacrifice them to the industry. We know that it's devil worship, but we're gonna just go anywhere so you can get rich. That's a sacrifice. Having your kid grow up into all of this wicked stuff is a sacrifice. It's not all about physically sacrificing, because people physically sacrifice. The Europeans, the Caucasian, they literally sacrifice, kill babies. You know about the Epstein stuff and all that stuff, right? It's like a thing of the past now, but that's happening. It happened and it's still happening. You think it stopped? Who stopped it? As far as I'm concerned, everybody who was doing that still in charge. But Leviticus chapter 20, verse 1. We see that this is Yah speaking to Moses, and this still the information that he wants us to have. So I just want you to understand what I'm reading to you now is messages that Yah gave to Moses and Moses gives to all of us. So I just want to establish that. This is not just, I'm just reading some stuff. This is what Yah told Moses to tell all of us. So I'm going back to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes, my ordinances, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein vomit you not out. So the land that we're living in now, in order for us to live and coexist with everything and be in harmony, you have to do the law, statutes, and commandments. And you don't have to. You can get vomited out by the land. Something happened to you. Something bad happened to you, basically. If you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you don't have to keep them, but we'll see how your life turns out. And ye shall, verse 23, and ye shall not walk in the customs of the nation, which I am casting out before you, for they do all these things, and therefore I abhor them. Just like I said, we don't supposed to celebrate the heathen holidays. We don't supposed to keep the heathen customs. We don't supposed to do stuff that they do. They do stuff like shave. They shave. Where'd that come from? Europeans and Caucasians. We don't shave. We supposed to keep our beard. That come from the heathens. Having our head bald. That come from the heathens. That don't come from us. Being homosexuals, being gay, that don't come from us. Stop being like the heathens. This is what the Most High is saying right now. Verse 24, but I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land flowing with milk and honey, and I am Yah your Elohim, who has set you apart from these people. He set us apart from the people. He don't want us to be like the other people. What, like, if you had kids, if you was the Most High and the kids is Israel, why would you want your kids around bad kids? That don't make sense. The Most High don't want us around these people. He don't want us being like them. He don't want us worshiping what they worship. He don't want us partying with them. None of that. You can work here and take care of your business and go back to your family and do your own thing. You do not have to partake in this crap. Don't partake in this crap. Verse 25. Ye shall therefore separate between the clean beast and the unclean beast. Listen, some beasts are unclean. Read Leviticus and find out what make a beast clean and what make a beast unclean. Leviticus chapter 11, I believe. And between an unclean fowl and clean, and ye shall not make your soul detestable by beast or fowl or anything wherein the ground tremeth. So if you eat food that's detestable, you become detestable. That's why you don't supposed to eat certain stuff. You don't supposed to do certain stuff. You don't supposed to drink blood. You don't supposed to do certain stuff. Because when you do it, it makes you detestable. And when you're detestable, that means that you're unclean spiritually. And when you're unclean spiritually, it's going to be a certain period of time before you clean again. And depending on what you do, it's certain steps that you got to take to get clean again. Check Leviticus. You know, this is why it's important that you pay attention to the scriptures. That way you know these things. Verse 26, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yah, am holy, and have set you apart from the people, and ye shall be mine. The Most High has claimed us as his. We're a possession of his. We're the Most High favorite. We're the apple of his eye. These are not just sayings. These are things that the Most High said about us. This ain't some type of, prolific artist that just said some stuff. No, the Most High said these things about us. The most prolific author and director that ever would be is Yah. Because everything you see around you was orchestrated. It's like a you know, a play, and the Most High is the director, and He wrote it all, and everything is gonna happen to complete His purpose. The Most High is not a lie. The Most High is not a lie. Con, let me pop out 1 second. Con. So we see that the Most High want us to be a nation of saints and priests and set apart away from all these other heathens, away from the lawbreakers. The Most High don't want us to be around criminals. We're not meant to be criminals. We're not meant to be finessing. We're not meant to be scamming. We're not meant to be stealing. We're not meant to be lying. We're not meant to be murdering, especially our own people. Right now, we murder only our people. Excuse me. I have yet to see. I ain't never seen a gangbanger kill white people. I never seen a gangbanger kill white people. It's like rare. And I ain't talking about one or two. I'm talking about making a thing. It's a gang that just killed nothing but white people. I don't see that. All I see is gangs that just kill nothing but black people. That's it. Like, like just say a person was just hearing this right now. Just say a person just hearing this right now, and you know, let me get this charger here for this phone, guys. Where is it? There it is. I have yet to see a gang where they just target white people. I'm not saying that nobody should do that. I'm just saying I've never seen it. If you're in a gang, I highly recommend that you look up what gang you in. Every gang was meant to be revolutionaries. Every gang was made to protect and police your own community. It wasn't meant to kill other black people. Like that's all we do. Kill black people. That's it. So reevaluate that. We're gonna continue. Let's continue. Let's go to Deuteronomy 14 and 2. I'm gonna go Deuteronomy 14 and 2. I go Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou, I'm gonna go verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1. Ye are the children of Yah, your Elohim. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. For thou art a holy people unto Yah, the Elohim, and Yah has chosen thee to be his own treasure out of all people that are upon the face of the earth. So, you know, we meant to be a holy people. And listen what it say. Yah has chosen thee to be his own treasure. Just like it said in the other verse, he you know, he made us his. He like you mine, you know, his own treasure out of all people that are upon the face of the earth. This is not something that y'all know that already. You know who sang the best. You know who jumped the highest. You know who the most talented. This is not a secret. You don't need you need the scriptures for the law, statutes, commandments, and the information, but you don't need the scriptures to know what your eyes been telling you your whole life. Everybody got eyes, right? So everybody can see that. It's just like back in the day when people were jealous of you. They didn't say, "Oh, you great, you're great." They'd be like, "Oh, it ain't that much. It's all right." And then years later, when they grow, they be like, "Man, you actually was the best. I didn't want to say it because exactly." You got to understand this stuff, guys. They're not gonna. They're not just gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, you're the chosen people." No, they hate us because of it. The jealousy and envy. Come. Okay, so let me pop back in, guys. Let me pop back in. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1. Ye are the children of Yah, your Elohim. Ye shall not cut yourself, nor make baldness between the eyes for the dead. Verse 2. For thou art a holy people unto Yah thy Elohim, and Yah has chosen thee to be his own treasure out of all peoples that are upon the face of the earth. Come, thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. Stop eating all this nasty stuff, guys. It's not just about spiritual, being spiritually dirty, which it is about that. But what I'm saying is, it's also about the toxic and harmful things that you eat that's going to give you diseases and high blood pressure and diabetes. It comes from what we eat, guys. Some people say it's hereditary. Yeah, if you eat the same thing this person eat, y'all gonna have the same problems. If you eat different than this person eat, you're gonna be healthier than that person. Hereditary. Come on, guys. Stop listening to these European and Caucasian scientists. They lie to you about stuff that don't make no doggone sense. If this person eat bad stuff and this person eat good stuff, it doesn't matter if they're the same blood. That person gonna be more healthy. That's common sense. Stop going against common sense and listening to these Caucasian scientists. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't believe what they're talking about. They hope you believe what they talk about, because if you believe it, that's more money for them. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me pop out 1 second. Let me ask you guys a question for 1 second. What would be more beneficial is for business? A whole bunch of healthy people or a whole bunch of sick people? What's more lucrative? What's more business? What makes more business sense if you have a hospital? If you have all these hospitals across the world, across the country, and they're empty because everybody's healthy, how is that going to help the pharmaceutical world, or would it help everybody sick? I'm just asking. So if you continue to eat, so what are they going to tell you? How to eat and be healthy? No, they're going to tell you how to eat the bad stuff so you can be sick. Now you need medicine. Now you got to go to the hospital. Now you have a hospital bill. Okay. Do you see where I'm going with this? Good. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's go Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 3. I go the book of Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 3. Don't meet me there, beat me there. I go the book of Jeremiah chapter 2, verses 3. And you know what? I'll start at 1 again. And the word of Yah came to me saying, this is the word of Yah. This is not just random stuff I'm reading out the scripture. This is specifically the Yah speaking about these things. Pay attention. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verses 3. And the word of Yah came to me saying, go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, cry in the ears of Jerusalem. That's what I'm doing right now. Y'all are the ears of Jerusalem. The ears of Jerusalem is not a place, it's a people. Thus say Yah, I remember for thee the affliction of thy youth, the love of thine. So, the Most High remember all our trials and tribulations, guys. He remember that. Thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in the land that was not shown. Israel is Yah's hallowed portion, his first fruit for the incense. All that devour him shall he held guilty. Evil shall come upon them, saith Yah. So, Yah has hallowed us. Hallow means made us holy, separate, set apart. He hallowed us, his first fruit, his portion. Just it's like saying, okay, y'all can have y'all stuff, but this is set apart for me. Don't touch that. It's like when your dad had a plate. You're not gonna touch your dad plate. I might take some of my brother's food. I might take some of my sister's food. I'm not touching my dad's plate. This is we're y'all's portion. The first fruit, just like I was saying earlier about Cain and Abel. Cain was a tiller of the earth like a farmer. So guess what his first fruit? Guess what he got him on his first fruit? Some terrible trash crops. Like, you got to be at your mind to get a Most High a pathetic gift like that. Never present anything like that to Yah. I'm just trying to warn you guys. If you present something to Yah, make sure it's the best that you the absolute best that you have. Do not give Yah some seconds. Don't give Yah some crap. Take my word on this. And this is what Yah says. This is the message that I have for all of the enemies of our people. If you hate niggers, if you call people niggers, you hate niggers and you hate black people, and you hate people that look like me, this message is for you, and it's from Yah, not from me, from Yah. This is from the Bible. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 3. All that devour him shall he held guilty. A lot of people, they want us to forget about slavery. They want to say, oh, that was our ancestors. We don't have nothing to do with that. That was hundreds of years ago. But the Most High, this is my message for all you guys. Even the people that said that they didn't do nothing. Now acknowledge it. Even the people that didn't do nothing, you too. This is a message to you. All that devour him shall he hold guilty. Evil shall come upon them, saith Yah. Not saith me, not saith Yahudah, saith Yah. Come. Let's continue. I got a few more for you guys. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 44. I go to book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 4. I go to the book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 4. Don't meet me there, beat me there. So the book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 44. I'll go to the book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 44. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Actually, I'm going to go verse 43. Ye shall not make yourself detestable with any swarming thing that swarmeth, neither shall ye make yourself unclean with them, that ye shall be defiled thereby. For I am Yah, your Elohim. Sanctify yourself, therefore, to be ye holy. So being holy, just like it said, sanctify yourself to be holy. The process of being holy, you have to clean yourself first. Sanctifying yourself is not cleaning yourself as in the baptism, as in the ceremony, as in dipping your head in water. That's important, but that's not the most important. The most important is a spiritual cleanse. That's like saying, clean up your ways. If you got a problem with alcohol, clean up that alcohol problem. If you got a problem with drugs, clean up that drug problem. If you got a problem with sex, clean up that sex problem. If you got a problem with stealing, clean up that stealing problem. This is how you get true baptism, to cleanse your ways, not to clean your body. Like, how is it gonna help you just cleaning your body and you still stealing, you still gambling, you still robbing, you still doing wickedness? You have to clean up your problem. Okay? So sanctifying yourself is that's part of being holy. Cleaning yourself first. It's a process. And be ye holy, for I am holy. Neither shall you defile yourself with any manner of swarming thing that moveth upon the earth. Like, being holy is a everyday thing. It's a lifestyle. Yesterday has nothing to do with tomorrow. You can have been holy for 7 years straight. In the moment that you're unholy, all 7 years are forgotten. You can be wicked for 7 years and start being righteous. All 7 years of wickedness forgotten, be righteous and continue in your righteousness. This is not I'm saved, now I can continue to do wickedness. It doesn't work like that. This is a lie of Christians. This is a Christian lie. And I challenge any of you guys to read the scriptures and Google some of the terms that you hear. Google it and see if it's actually true. Some of the stuff ain't true, guys. When people get married and they say from sickness and health, for none of that is in the Bible. The vows, all that stuff, none of that is in the Bible. People lie on the Bible all the time. You got to read and find out if this stuff is true. If somebody tell you something, double check it, is what I'm saying. Even what I tell you, double check it, please. Let's go Psalms 24:3. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 24, verses 3. I'll go to the book of Psalms. I go to the book of Psalms, chapter 24, verses 3. I'm going to go verse 1. Psalms chapter 24, verse 1. A psalm of David. The earth is Yah's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For he have founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the mountain of Yah, and who shall stand in his holy place? This is a question. This is David, guys. And he asking you a question. Pay attention. He that have clean hands and a pure heart, who have not taken my name in vain and have not sworn deceitfully, he shall receive a blessing from Yah and righteousness from behind of his salvation. Come. You have to have a pure heart. How do you have a pure heart? By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It's no such thing as a pure heart without the law, statutes, and commandments. Because the heart is not what's in your chest. What's in your chest has nothing to do with thoughts and all that stuff. This is your mind. So your heart, when they talk about the heart in the scriptures, they're talking about your mind. The thing that's in your chest has nothing to do with that stuff. This is another lie from the Caucasians. You got to stop listening to them. They lie all the time. And it's not just me. I'm just telling you. Sometimes you just got to tell it how it is. They lie all the time. You can't trust them. And if they say something, double check it is what I'm saying. You have to have clean hands and a pure heart. Clean hands have a lot to do. You don't have to. You don't have to be the one that pulled the trigger. The blood could be on your hands if you're involved. If you didn't warn that person and you know about it, the blood is on your hands now. You don't have clean hands no more. So being holy has a lot to do with all that stuff. Being honest, loving your brother like you love yourself. If that's the case, you wouldn't put him in harm's way, and you'll warn him of danger. Huh? I got two more. I got two more for you guys. Let's go Proverbs 21 and 13. I go the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 13. Don't meet me there, beat me there. I go the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 13. I'm going to go verse 12. The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 12. The righteous one considereth the house of the wicked, overthrowing the wicked to their ruin. Whoso stoppeth his ear at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be answered. So it's like, yo, all the people who hold themselves not guilty, all the people that feel like everything that happened to our people is not going to be punished and it's not going to be answered, it's going to be answered. Whosoever stop his ear at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself. Ain't nobody hearing our cry right now. Our people been getting murdered for years. We do the marching, we do the protesting, we go to the city, we complain, we write letters. They don't do nothing about it. They don't even hear our cry. So guess what? They gonna cry and it's not gonna be answered. Thus saith the scriptures, thus saith Yah. I got one more, guys. The book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. I go the book of Micah 6, verse 8. The book of Micah, chapter 6, verses 8. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Verse 6. So this is the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. Wherewith shall I come before Yah and bow myself there, by myself before Elohim on high? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with childs of a year old? Will Yah be pleased with thousands of ram and 10,000s of river of oil? Shall I give the firstborn of my soul? Verse 8. It has been told thee, O man, what is good and what Yah doeth require of me. So this is the this is the conclusion to the matter here. This has been an episode of Word of Mouth. I appreciate everybody tuning in. My message today is be holy, be righteous, do the right thing. In order for you to do the right thing, it's more than just you having natural ability to just be a good person. You need instructions. If you're a person that don't deal with instructions, you're not worthy. If you're a person that don't feel that, if you feel that we can't keep laws, you're not worthy anyway. The Most High don't want you. If you're a person that offer crap offerings to Yah, you're not going to be worthy. He's not going to accept it. He's not going to respect it. Okay? So this is only for the chosen few. These words are to encourage the chosen fruit. These words are to encourage the sleeping saints. Wake up from your slumber. And I leave you guys with this. I leave you with this. Verses 8. It has been told thee, O man, what is good. 1 second. And pop out. It has been told, O man, what is good that the Lord do require of thee. Because Yah requires some of us. Maybe you haven't known, maybe you don't know. The Most High requires something of us. I know they say come as you are. I know people say the law's done away with, but that's not so. The Yah requires some of us. Our parents require some of us. If you go to work, your boss requires some of you. If you're in a gang, your leader requires something of you. If you're in a relationship, your significant other requires some of you. If you're a parent, your kids require some of you. If you're a son or daughter, your parents, everybody requires some of you. What makes you think the Most High don't require nothing of you? Sometimes you have to think about the stuff. Don't let heathens think for you. Think for yourself. It has been told thee, O man, what is good and what does Yah require of thee? Only to do justice and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy Elohim. How do you walk with Yah? By keeping the law, statutes, commandments. The only way you can walk with Yah is if you keep the law, statutes, commandments. What make you think people that break the law and wicked people and bad people and unrighteous people, what make you think they can walk with Yah? You have to be on the straight and narrow to walk with the Most High. Otherwise, He's going to destroy you. Nothing wicked can exist in the Most High's presence. You're going to learn that about the Most High. To do justice. Only way you can do justice is if you know the law. You can't keep the law if you don't know it. Because you're not going to be aware if you're breaking the law. So you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to be good, to be righteous. Love, mercy, sympathy, empathy. If you want to be forgiven, you have to forgive. If you want mercy, you have to have mercy. Walk humbly with Yah in the mighty name of Yah. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This has been another episode of Word of Mouth. Until next time, keep the law, statutes, commandments. Be holy. Shalom. Shalom.